Alright, welcome back to another episode of Game Crafters, where today we are still building. Yes, of course, we'll still be building. Though I will say we have made some progress on the thumbnail. I've pretty much just, our thumbnail for Terraria. We pretty much just need to get our hands on, why? Ugh. We might have to close the program because it's doing stupid shit again. It's fine. I'll close it real quick. I hate it when this happens. Don't bother. Nothing happened. Just reopen it. God fucking damn it, you piece of shit fucking tech. What is with today and everything just wanting to break on? You know, while we wait for this to do its thing, and close this because I don't think we need it, I am working on this still. Whoop. Look at this right here, warp room. I've been finally able to get to the second warp room. Got Papu right here in the boss button battle thingy. It's yellow now, as opposed to what it was before, which was obviously blue. Anyways, are we done, or are we still loading? Anyways, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. I should say we've been having to deal with so many freaking issues with so many things happening. It's been a frustrating day. It has been a frustrating day with a lot of things just breaking. Alright, can we please not fucking take a million years to do something so simple as change this? No, you're doing it again! Change it to an 8, you fucking useless piece of shit. It's fine. So many things have just not been going right this week, and it really is just aggravating. More than it should be, but it is. A lot of broken stuff. My car no longer wants to start, especially when it's hot as fuck. I want to ditch it into frickin' ether, or whatever. Get rid of it, destroy it, make it never exist anymore, but can't really do that without the ability to access ether. Just a lot of aggravating nonsense occurring that just really is annoying. No better way to explain it other than it's just more bullshit on top of more bullshit. And it's not just that, too. Oops. There were so many things wrong with the machines at work, and it's just even more frustration on top of frustration. I was able to find a temporary fix for it. But again, temporary fixes are not fixes you want permanent fixes. It's just nothing seemed to want to work properly. And it is really frustrating, and it makes me want to destroy the gods of physics, or whoever the fuck is in control of that, as well as RNGesus. Top of the stupid heat wave occurring, and this AC not working as it should. That's just the way it is with this being on a stupid second floor. Don't know. It doesn't matter. It's very annoying that we decided that, but we did. I think probably because I wanted to try to make it so the cat wouldn't get up or out the door, even though she doesn't really try. But she still goes down the stairs. Isn't that right? Boosh. Luckily, she still doesn't go out. There was a problem beforehand because obviously it was like she used to go out on the staircase, but we had like a door there to kind of prevent her from going anywhere massive. Another door. But at the very least, you don't gotta worry about that too much. What was I doing here again? I think it's mostly mountains, but not yet. So we'll keep it kind of like downwards here. So yeah, a lot of things are just broken. And I don't know why a lot of things are just broken. But we're here. Everything is recording, right? Good. Great. Don't understand why everything's gotta be broken. What? No, stop it. Stop. Fuck off. Stop accidentally doing nonsense and then proceeding to break it even more because of your bullshit. Jesus Christ, just work properly. Why can't anything just work properly anymore? Why has there always got to be complications? Alright, we're fine. Everything is golden. I guess I'll just take you and just bring you down. God, it's fine, too. It's also fine. All this is fine. I hate when it happens. When you meant to press Control V, but your finger went to C instead. It's frustration. Frustration on top of this stupid heat. Alright. And that takes care of that. Now there's just this up here, which I think I can simply just do this with, right? Anyways, what more to talk about, one might ask? Thumbnail, yes. I got the bosses color shaded and textured in, except for the Empress of Light, I think, for the Terraria thumbnail. So my next objective right now is just focus on the background. Which is going to be a little hard to do because tonight we're either doing Heavenly Deadland or Laughter Academy. And then tomorrow we'll be doing the opposite, the latter, whichever one we didn't choose. And in all honesty, I feel like I'm probably going to choose Laughter Academy, since that one is going to be less depressing to write, I'd say. I mean, I guess for spoilers' sake, spoilers for Heavenly Deadland. Oh, right. But we are on like a war arc, a pretty big war arc. And like, yeah, there'll be some main character deaths. Some. At the very least, named more so, instead of just main. It's hard to say, who would really be considered the main character outside of, obviously, Hanichi for the Devil's side, and probably, for the Angel side. Let's just say that it's probably going to be some, I guess, side-named characters, but they still have importance. I guess there's not much I can really say without going too big into the spoilers, because it hasn't come out yet, obviously, even though not many people watch this particular series and read that. Let's just say that that's going to be quite emotional, at least the first bit of the next episode of that. It is, it's going to be quite emotional. Going to be a lot of interesting things, too. But mostly emotional. Obviously. Going to be a lot of unnamed deaths of several different, I guess you would probably just call them background angels and devils. If you're talking about they're basically just still people, except the angels are part of an organization like the what was it called again? I think it was something called the Evangenesis Church. Bunch of people band together to eliminate devils. Because, eliminating the devils, and which are just people who are given the quote-unquote devil's curse, which is given them the power and the ghoul-like eyes that you see. And that's what their main objective is. And a lot of the background, unimportant characters are, going to get ganked. But that makes sense. They're background characters. They're not exactly main character types, you see. And let's see if this is I think this is good. Oh, yeah, that was definitely more than enough space beforehand, but I'll keep it as open as that is. There's going to be a lock here. It's nice to not have to work on mountains. Real nice. Anyways, yeah. Laughter Academy right now is in an interesting episoded. Man, I'm tired. There's interesting episodes coming up for Laughter Academy because the episode before us consists of Noelle taking on one of the higher-ranked professors. And, again, don't forget, that's a mature series, a hardcore mature series. So, yeah. It's going to be like an interesting... Whimsical? Well, whimsical wouldn't be the word I would exactly use with that series, even though there are some... there's some interesting characters in that series. The entirety of Laughter Academy has just been a really good, character design exercise. Where we just create a bunch of background characters who have no importance whatsoever to the main story at hand. But they're just there. And some of them look good, some of them are they're just there, they look fine, but they're not the best looking as most. Like this one character that I have drawn, Wilder. I've drawn her in DeviantArt, so you can see her if you want to. Just be warned, it is a mature drawing, but luckily it's not hardcore, so nothing too massive for those who are unable to withstand the particular type of, drawing that is. And I'm saying this because apparently the newer generation of people being brought into this world are, how should I put this? A bunch of sissies. A bunch of prudes. And a lot of people out there are just kind of actively trying to demonize these particular types of creation. But I think that you guys just don't have enough self-control to stop you from giving in to your desires. Which thenceforth you commit what you would be considered a sin, when really it's just the natural part of life. Don't believe me? Well... the fuck you. I am a god of my own universe, but not this one, unfortunately. So you can do whatever the hell you want. Just don't bring your prudishness onto me. I have, therefore, created, at the very least, a decent world set with all the worlds that I've made. And, it's nice to have these character designs there to, look at. The entire purpose of the world and the entire personalities on these characters relies on those particular types of subject matters. It works for me, but clearly not for thee. Don't like it? Well, you can go on ahead, watch your own stuff. I'm not forcing you to watch it. If you want to view my stuff, go on ahead. I have literally my warp room. I forgot I got rid of it because I didn't think I was going to show it again. I got literally my creations. Hey, that works. Look, there is a Heroes version of me. Chrome Wars Raybot. Elementals Reborn cast right there. It's too bad we don't have Nova Guardians, unfortunately, but not. Yeah, because Nova Guardians before started. That's another thing. Nova Guardian started as a mature drawing, and then it branched out into the giant series that it is, with a decent amount of characters, not a whole bunch. And, some interesting plot lines and whatnot that allowed us to basically just have an entire cast of characters with their own dialogues, their own story, doing their own thing. And that would have never happened if I've never done that in the first place. So, you see, there are some good that come out of it. And I like the Nova Guardians series. They made some interesting character designs. And to my credit, one character, or at least several of them, aren't overly sexualized. Only really use one as a joke because of harp on like how most Japanese animes are like, oh, this character is overly sexualized, but they're underage. And that character I'm talking about, who makes those jokes, is Tina. But she's a teenager. And teenagers are relatively crude. Except for the current era of teenagers in this particular instance of our timeline, who are now prudes. Huh. Strange how that evolved like that. Well, what can you do? Nothing. Just continue to create, really. Don't give a damn about what other people think about you, I'd say. Because if you do, you might just end up doing something you'll regret. And I do think it is a thing to at least be brought up about somebody who, for lack of a better term, offed themselves because of internet bullying. I mean, that happens more frequently than it should. In my mind, I'm thinking, why the fuck should I care what you think about me? You see what I make, publicly show? I have no shame, of course not. Why should I have shame? I'll do whatever the hell I want. You're inconsequential to my life. None of this matters. The entire world could get hit by a meteorite, and none of it would matter. But you want to go on ahead and try to bring me down? Ha! You fool. You are such a fool. That's the kind of mentality I feel like most people should go into the internet with. It's to pay no attention to the douchebags who are constantly trying to bring you down. Think of it like this. They're only trying to bring you down because they're insecure about their own shortcomings. And that's really sad. I do think that this is a good motto to live by. Don't give a shit about what people think about you, especially over the internet. The internet is a vast landscape full of douchebags, but also good people. Sometimes you'll pull a douchebag and they will just try to bring you down. I think it's a good idea to just ignore some of them if you can. If they keep trying to, do their stupid little thing, just keep ignoring them. Eventually they'll get bored, go over to the next person. But ideally, they get to a point where nobody gives them attention and they don't do a thing, hopefully, anymore. PSA. Don't give a shit about what people over the internet think about you. They are inconsequential. Same rule kind of applies to just people in general. Stranger on the street tries to bring you down. I don't fucking know you. Why do I care what you think? Go on about my day. Practice it. You might find life will be a lot less stressful if you stop giving a shit. I did. I've stopped giving a shit. Of course, I still gotta worry about money, but that's, that's a normal part of life. Douchebags are also a normal part of life, but those are the ones you can at least deal with. Anyways, now that we've gone ahead and gave our little PSA, why don't we go on ahead and talk about... I don't know. I have no clue what I want to talk about. I'm kind of... I gotta put the even there. Yes, so go on ahead and tell them you've talked about fourth dimensional cum. That'll definitely give them a scratcher, a thinker, even. Remember that episode? Which one was that? We've had several. We had one that talked about the potential third liquid substance in what would be season 3 of Made in Abyss, which, by the way, hasn't... I don't know if there's... I could just look it up right now and see if there is any news on that. You motherfucking Google. You motherfucking time clock. Get out of my face. Season 3 release date? Sometime in 2025. You don't say. I mean, I imagine Toonami would get that. Believe it or not, they got their hands on season 1 and season 2. That's the only reason I know about that show. It's because Toonami, for some reason, decided to air it. Very brave of them to air that show in particular, I gotta say. Very freaking brave and bold. Not really brave, bold of them to air something like that to the masses on cable. I can only imagine just how messed up. Okay, well, most of season 1 and season 2 are messed up in the manga, from what I've heard. I don't know how much, though. I don't dare to look. But yeah, maybe it won't be as messed up, right? Possibly, potentially, maybe. Anyways, yeah, that's one thing we talked about, and we were like building the first sun at that time, were we not? Then there was the Jaloon episode. Remember Jaloon? We're in June right now, and my god, do I wish it wasn't June. I wish it was, what, September? Is that when summer ends? Wake me up when September ends. My god, I hate the heat. It saps my NRG. Having no NRG makes creating very... I don't know why I did this. This isn't going to help. I mean, that might be fine. Yeah, kind of. It is a wall. It doesn't matter. But yeah, summer really just saps away my NRG. I don't like it. Winter's freezing as hell. But at the very least, I don't have to worry about my energy being completely drained because of all of this heat. At the very least, I will say, living on a 2-story apartment, heat rises. That's very freaking apparent with the sweat on my arms right now. Heat rises. So, the fact that in the wintertime, when I have the heater on, it actually goes and heats me up as opposed to this AC that's just not able to keep up because of this stupid heat wave. Which, by the way, is the heat wave still occurring? I'm not gonna. We don't need to check. All I need to do is just continue working on this. Do whatever I need to do. There we go. Alright, now, well, 5 would probably be fine. It is quite, hot. Stupendously hot. It's very stupid. Yes. I shall hereforth call this stupid heat. Because it is. It's very stupid. The heat be. Alright. Okay. Before I continue. You know, the mountain wouldn't occur until maybe it reached, like, this point. Oh. Right, more mountains are incoming. Ooh, man. Man, I really want to get... Oh. No, that is actually a possible problem. Actually, no, it doesn't matter anymore. I can do this now. Ish. I mean, the only issue that stemmed from this being like that was just not having the thing cut off. This is a very weird crack that nobody's gonna see. You know what? Whatever. It's fine. The day somebody figures out how to, like, combine all 35 of these maps together to explore in, like, a 3D landscape is the day people will look at that crack and think, hey, that crack was there. That's a nice crack. I don't know why they're really astonished with this crack, but you know what? I'm not one to judge. Not with what I do, no, definitely not. Though I might judge a little bit. There are some things that even those that don't have room to judge can actually get room to judge. Certain things that are just like, that's kind of weird. I don't like that one. Because I imagine there's like a group of people who are like, you know what, you might have this thing that I don't like, but at the very least, you also don't like this, so brothers in arm kind of meme. The meme with the two, you know, because I don't have two right hands, I can't do the meme by myself, but you know what I mean. Speaking of which, how rare is it for someone to be born with two left or two right or two whatever hands? Probably pretty rare. No clue. No clue at all. But, I guess they can do the handshake themselves, huh? We kind of do the handshake like this, right? Just to give you the full, not 360, because I couldn't show you another angle, but it's fine. But yeah, no, that's, I don't know, tired, again. I'm playing the I'm tired excuse, like always. I mean, it's true. It is true, you can't deny how true it is. The truth of the matter is that I am indeed, indubitably, indomitably tired. I'm always tired. Even though it's 3:25 right now, and my sleeping time usually should be around fucking 5, or 5:04. Not 5:04. It shouldn't be 5. It shouldn't even be 6, but, you know, here we are. Trying to get stuff done with. But there's still a lot to do this month. Outside of just getting those 2 stories written up, I still gotta get the warp room drawing finished, which I don't even know how much time I'm going to have to get. I mean, I might be getting a new car on either Thursday or fuck. Might be getting a new car either Thursday or Friday. We'll see. I'll have to take a vacation day for that one, but that's fine because I could definitely use the extra time. Whether it be Thursday or definitely Friday. But yeah. Would be nice. A little extra time would help me get done with at least one thing. Because I still have to get the background finished. Like, the warp area is finished now. I just need the background, and then I'm going to write up the whole thing. But that's going to be on a Sunday, thankfully, so I don't have to worry about that too much. Okay. We're not in mountain territory yet, but oh boy, we are getting close. Too close for my comfort. Okay. I do want to get to a point where I can start making levels, though. Like, we only really have access to... Okay, we actually have access to 4 level pads we can get to at this point. And this is fine because... Oh, wait. 5 level pads. So I could, at some point... While these might be connected, I don't have access to it from there. And that's kind of the main purpose of that. I want to start making more levels again. I mean, building the zones is fun and all, doing the same block building placement thing. Definitely fun, right? Half of the frickin' Game Crafter episode is carried by my asinine, insane ramblings that occurs on occasions. Whether or not that's actually the case, you tell me. Alright, I need water now. In game or in building, in development, and in real life. I got the milk. I like milk. Been trying to buy like a pint and a gallon The gallon I used for cereal, the pint I used for drinking. Why did I turn Irish or Scot? I think it's probably Irish more than Scottish. I don't know. I'm tired. And being tired apparently brings the Irish out of me. The Irish blood, I think. I have Italian from father's side, and it's probably Polish or Irish on mother's side. But I don't know well about how the two interconnect. Alright, this needs to increase in size a little bit, I think. This cracked mountain is too cracked, and I don't care for that. No, and I don't care for that. It needs to open up. Shit. It's fine. I could do that instead. As for this, I think this would mostly be mountain, right? Yeah, mountains. Cool. Any who's and wits. Yeah, I guess this doesn't matter too much. It's the backside. You're never going to see the backside, especially this. I don't even think this is going to be in view of anything, so just do this as is. It'll probably cut off, and eventually the mountains will occur. Where are you right now? The mountains will probably occur somewhere around this edge here. Around this edge, I'd say. And here, too. Oh god, it goes up even further. I forgot that there's still 4 left there. How much time? There's 30 minutes left. Well, not really 30, 28 minutes. Somehow we started way earlier, so technically it was like... You know, I don't have to explain myself. You know what I know and mean and say and do. And yabba dabba do. Piss off. Out of my way, you stupid bitch. Fred Flintstone's home. I want to know what... I mean, I guess the animation industry is pretty stressful. Hence the whole and now the chaser and a few other instances from the SpongeBob artists. And then there's... Fred Flintstone's home. Which, if you don't know what that is, well, let's just say that it's a series of panels where it's Rugrats, Tommy poops a duke out of fear or frustration, I don't know, either one. Stu, I think his name is an alpha, apparently. And some very bad things were about to happen. Betty, I think her name was, became Wilma. I don't think that's her name. Well, who knows? Maybe her name was Betty. I don't remember. How long has it been since I've had the Rugrats in my head? Decades. Well, not decades, if I saw the fucking Fred Flintstone's home. Yabba dabba dick. Alright. But yeah, I know that happened, apparently. For better or for worse. And I think it's gone to the ether. At least most of it. For better or for worse. Maybe it was something else. Maybe Stu and I think his brother Drew gets into a twerking competition. Surely that's a million times better than what was being led to it. Drew comes in through the front door. Out of the way, you stupid bitch. Barney Rubble is home. Finish the trifecta. And he pushes Stu over, and Stu gets angry, and then they get into a brief scuffle that somehow tips over a nearby oil barrel, and now they're all oiled up and are about to twerk. Dee Dee is her name, not Betty. I just remembered. I think it's Dee Dee. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna just look it up for fuck's sakes. Rugrat. Fuck. Rugrat. Not Z. Not Rugrats Z. It's D. Yeah! Who was Betty? Why? I mean, Fred Flintstone, obviously. There was a Betty. Sorry, I got my women mixed up. That didn't sound right, but you know what? Hey, we already had Douglas go on ahead and talk about how expansive his Yabba Dabba Dick was. We might as well just go on ahead and add... never mind. We're adding shit. Is it good shit? Probably not. Is it bad shit? Survey, I think, says yes. I don't know, in today's climate, it's probably saying, no. No, this is the shit we enjoy. To which I say, yabba dabba, get a fucking job, loser. I mean, maybe. Most people who are adamantly, vehemently aggressive towards the opposite sex is probably, how you say, jobless. Or if they do have jobs, it's probably laborious? No. I don't know. It's probably not a rich... No. You know what? We're generalizing jobs here. Let's just say that they're just douche nozzles. Oh, wait, no. Of course. Those with that particular job line would want manly man jobs. Those who are very insecure about their own masculinity. Oh, I don't gotta worry about that. I developed the I do not give a shit attitude. For fuck's sakes, I got boobs. And even if I did get rid of his stomach by doing a bunch of arm lifts and then push-ups once my arms can handle my stomach, I don't think I could get rid of these. But you know what? That's fine. I don't really care about getting surgery, and at the same time, you know, I don't care about what people think anyways, so at this point in time, let them be. Why not? Besides, I have, my creations. I don't really need the approval of random people. Not when I can literally just create worlds upon worlds like a god. And also create these scenarios where now Stu and Drew are oiled up, probably not naked, hopefully, Jesus Christ. And then twerking to, I don't know, battle. Look, the only way we know what happens if we ask the animators of the Rugrats what they did in the rest of that storyboard. And if it's anything but those two men twerking in oil, I'm going to be disappointed. In more ways than one. And I'm sure you know which way I'm talking about in the disappointment meter. Yeah, my disappointment levels are going to skyrocket, Jerry. Also, where the fuck are we on the mountainside here? I don't think the mountain has to occur here, right? Because we're working on this line. We're here right now, correct? Yes, we are right here. Mountain has to occur here. So whatever happens here, it's going to have to be... I guess it doesn't matter. The mountain's going to occur, and it's probably going to have like an... We'll just do this for now. We're about to go on to the mountains of mountains. Because these mountains, I think, are going to be tall as hell. I think at that point, I really want to get navigation set. I might decide to do that on camera if I can't get to it soon. I'll just do this. Damn it. There we go. Anyways, yeah, going on... Talking about the characters in Laughter Academy. Continue on back with that. That's way more fun. I've got this very interesting Naga girl. Basically, not Kiki. No, another one. Coming in an episode, most likely tomorrow. basically, you know, wait, where is this? Oh, I see. Basically just confirming that there are, like, a race of snake people. I mean, there's Cyclops, there's fish people. I think you would probably call them merfolk, maybe. I haven't got, like, 3 eyes yet. I kind of want to do that at some point. But my god, that snake girl that I drew was just so adorable. And there's just something about her demeanor. Like, if you at least see from Kiki, snake people seem to have, like, a very distinguishedly shaped head. For the most part, anyways. Wait, is this the wrong... No, this is the right direction. Their heads are more like... I guess the easiest way to describe it is like... what was her name again? Boa Sandersonia, I think her name was. From One Piece. In a sense that, you know, the snake people in the Laughter Academy has more rounded head like this. Which, you know, makes sense. I found that design interesting in Sandersonia, so I figured, hey, why not? Race of snake people, long necks, round head, lengthy limb and body. Probably not a tail. I don't think they had a tail. Or at least I don't think Kiki had a tail. Now I kind of want to make sure I didn't accidentally... Well, not accidentally. It was purposely put there and then forgotten if it was there. Is that a tail? I don't think it was. Or if at least if it was, it's not noticeable enough to where it looks like it. No, I think that's the lab coat from Ellie. Right. Yeah, no, there is no tail. I can even go on ahead and look at an episode. Yeah, no. Tail not there. Good, I didn't put tail there. Whew. Man, don't you hate when you forget certain design things because they're, like, hidden behind things? It's annoying when that happens. How much time do we have left? I think it's at, like, 18 minutes. It's 17 minutes. Mountain. Well, mountain time, I guess, folks. Here we go. Hey, we get this done with. We'll have this lined up. Too bad it goes up like 4 more squares. 1, 2, 3, 4 more squares, I think. Let me just zoom in and make sure. There's the square we're working on. 3 more squares. That's 1 less than 4. Okay, that's good. Kind of. Gotta find the positive here in the building of mountains, which building mountains are such a pain in the ass. And there's a floating piece of cat fur floating. It's literally just doing this. I think it finally got stuck to the, not ceiling, but the top of the desk. No, it's still floating. Now it's floating towards me. No, it's going back. It's stuck. No, it just... I got sentient cat fur. It's so hot that the fur just can't stop floating. It's just endlessly floating. Wait, no, it's not floating. It's connected by a very thin strand of hair. I think. I can kind of see it, but it's so hard to see. Now that, my boy, is what we call an optical illusion. Man, shouldn't have done that. It's fine. No, we're good. Everything is hunky-dory. I'm going to just do this, and 0. God, no 0. Wrong 0. Hey, that works. Perfect. Great. Probably could have done some other thing with that, but you know what? Mistakes can be made and can be rectified. Anyways, yeah, this continues, but the mountain. Ooh, the mountain. It still does its thing. I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Something about that felt like it wasn't going to work. I think this is actually odd. Fuck. Or odd even, I should say, not odd. Hey, I was right. Look at that. Okay, now here comes the part where I'm like, how in the hell is this mountain gonna look? Because I think the mountain needs to kind of start right here, then slowly starts to go out this way and gets to this edge here. This will be its own thing. Don't quite remember what order I wanted those in. I think like red. I could just look. Red, Roy, G, Biv. But the V is there. Or not. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. The path here is tricky, to say the least, because it's not going to be. Well, you might see it, you might not see it. It all depends on how that's going to be built. But this entire section is going to be quite a tricky thing to build. For a few reasons, but, you know, to not really spoil it too much. I kind of want to get to the point of building this one off camera, though. In all honesty. Okay, so this one's got to be like 21. It goes up high. This is where the mountains kind of like reside. Oh, I didn't do this one for some. I mean, I guess the reasons being because I didn't have the things necessary for that yet. I don't think I have the script made for it yet. But I think it's pretty obvious what's going to be and where it's going to go. Kind of. Not quite, but, you know, it's fine. Well, when we get to the point where we actually get more of the mountain milled, man, I'm too tired. It's either tired or it's too hot. I don't know, maybe I'm just too tired. It's probably both. I mean, let's be real here. The heat's just too goddamn much. It's not healthy for it to be this hot. And also doing this. But I'm here. Oh yes, I'm here. Yeah. This should probably be 5. Well, no, that's fine. That's fine. This might be the tallest mountain, question mark? I mean, ideally, this mountain needs to be, like, way taller. I don't know how tall, but it definitely needs to be a hell of a lot taller than where we're at currently. I think it's a good idea. I think having this mountain be very tall is a very good and sound idea. I mean, it's a very important landscape to this entire endeavor. I would say, yeah. How tall is that? Still not the tallest. Mountain's not tall enough. It needs to be taller. I don't know how tall it needs to be. All I know is that it needs to be tall. Yeah. Looks good. Well, you know, this wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it could be very, it's not tall enough still. Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know what the tallest mountain we have here is so far. Like, the only one that could reach the tallest proportions would definitely have to be the high cliff so far. And, like, the mountainous crossroads doesn't have, like, that many mountains, but it's ideally, not all mountains are giant. Though, when you look at the grand scale of this, it feels tall, right? Same thing with that. That feels tall. There's going to be a gate here, too, not a giant gaping hole. That'll be made soon. This, oops, didn't want to do that. No, don't click that, you fool. Giant-ass mountaintop over here. I just don't know how big it needs to be. I don't think it should be the biggest one. The biggest mountain mountain, I should say, with my hand actually in view to do the quotation mark, is going to be the volcano. I mean, just look at the size of this motherfucker. And this is just a giant peak. It's a very small mountain peak, but it has importance. This mountain peak does have importance. I can't believe it still feels like it's not big enough. That literally is where it stands. It's nowhere near taller than that. Well, we're building the biggest peak, so sure, why not? Let's go a little bigger even. Probably try to like reduce. No, wait, hold on. We'll try to like reduce the what do you call it, so it caves in a bit more. I think that's a good idea. I mean, feels like a good idea to me. Is it tall enough yet? A little bit taller? Okay, well, I'll only go like a little bit more, like maybe, 15? Seems good to me. Why the hell did we go? I can't even say it's Ringo. It's half Ringo and it's half whatever the hell I'm doing. Alright, now we try to taper this off a little bit. Well, just a little bit, just a little off the top, I'd say. Yeah. That's not what I wanted. I wanted odd. I don't want even. Even's not what I'm looking for. A little bit more. This is one fat-ass mountain. I mean, I kind of expected that this is going to be a big one. Like, it's not even this that we need to worry about. It's this part. The part that I'm about to do right now. Which is this crap. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. I think that's 10. Just an educated guess, but I think that's 10. I was right. That one's a 9. Oops. I want to get back to recording this on my freaking Fridays, too. Oh, but now we've got Minecraft and Terraria returning. No, you fool. Yeah, I'm glad that those are returning, though. It feels like it's been so long since I have went and did anything with either of those two series. When truth be told, it's been a year. A little over a year, actually. More precisely, really. That's right. It's been about a year. Over a year. I think we started, like, Minecraft, or Raft around, like, this point, I think. Maybe it was this point. We're definitely like one over. So yeah. I mean, I don't think this would really be considered spoilers for Raft, but the episode this week is the last episode of Raft. Yeah, I know. Series we've been doing for over a year. Got like 106 episodes here. I will say definitely a weird place to end. Not like on the 100th episode. But we didn't really fully finish until like 102. Plus, the building of the boat took so damn long. I'm gonna miss that boat. I really am. It was a fun boat to walk around, despite the choppiness of the world. That world really couldn't, or that game really could not handle the giant boat that I have erected out of literally just scraps in the ocean. I am definitely going to miss that world. Who knows? Maybe, you know, the developers of Raft will make like a 4th chapter or something. I don't know, like, the chapters in Raft, they just don't feel like they last that long. A few hours at most. And even then, I probably could have gotten through Utopia in like 2 episodes. 2? 3? Well, if I didn't make stupid mistakes, I could have gotten through it in like 2 episodes. You know, the mistakes that we're talking about. Those annoying mistakes that I wish I could punch into oblivion. But yeah, aside from those mistakes, like, we literally could have just taken down Olaf as soon as we could have gotten up to there. And that would have been it. But, yeah. Raft is pretty much over. Minecraft and Terraria shall begin. At the very least, I feel like I can get the thumbnail for that done with soon. But the fact that I can't really make it now with the 2 story-based series I gotta work on. Ugh, man. I'm really hoping we get a Saturday off. It seems like we might, just due to certain circumstances. I don't know, but I really do. Oh, fucking, would you stop doing that? I really do hope. Because, oh man, I could use the extra time to get some things done with. Probably not going to get all of what I want to get done with, but I can at least get some things done with. Not many. It's a real shame. I thought we were doing good in June. Wish it was Jaloon at this point. Would a 13th month even save me the trouble? I feel like it would just... I feel like the premise of a 13th month would just introduce another month to have to worry about. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I've got a lot to do, a lot to make. It's hard to keep up with these things, you know? It's difficult. I mean, you got so many creations to have to worry about. Man, I really am like the combination of multiple YouTubers at once, minus the follower base that goes with it. A little bit of the antique Captain Sparkles, a little bit of the Markiplier, a little bit of the Wade. I don't know what else. Who else does my personality kind of go with? I'd say a little bit of the Markiplier because of all the goddamn projects I have on my plate. You and me both. We understand what it's like to constantly create. Only difference is I don't have enough eyes on my creations unless it's a mature creation. But that's kind of the bed that I have created. It's quite comfortable too. Very sweaty though. Alright, Mountain I think is done, and we have 1 minute and 30-something seconds left. Is that it? Is that our giant-ass mountain? I will say, getting that thumbnail done with so I can finally start doing this soon. I think my first objective would be to get the navigation, or no, first, is the voice log done with first. Get all 11 of those recorded. And then we focus on getting navigation set up there so I can test the voice log menu pop-up thing instead of the level pop-up thing. These are things I want to do but can't do because I just don't have the time to do it yet. I don't know how much it matters if we get lines here. This is why navigation is important soon. Not really at the moment because I still need to get all of this built. There's so much. Let's get this damn thumbnail done with so I can finally start doing this off camera. It just doesn't feel like we're making that much progress. All because we need thumbnails. And Croc, the new series that's coming out tomorrow, or at least new video series coming out tomorrow. Let's just say 30 minutes passed and I got through half of the first time. But it's the first time. I'm hoping that the other islands are going to be so lengthy that it's just going to take me too long to get half of the island completed in less than an hour. But anyways, that's all the time I have for today's episode, folks. So with that being said, thank you all for watching today's episode of Game Crafters. Not as hectic, but there's still some hectic moments, and life advice, and other things. We now have that thought image of Drew, Dude, and Stu twerking. So, you're welcome. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out that there playlist, and of course, previous episode of Game Crafters right over here, and the most recent episode of Raft RTC Edition right over here. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Later.